Warm up places. Oh,
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, everyone. Long time no see. Welcome to our weekly chattings. All right, Black Expats Repats in Jamaica. I'm welcome Mazelle. I've been very busy, very occupied. So I'm grateful for those who have been holding down the forts. Thank y'all. I'll let everybody introduce themselves. Mimi, you can go first.
Oh, I'm Mimi. Hi.
and I'm Kwame.
And I don't know if our good sis Tansy is going to be joining us this evening, but if so, you all meet her if you haven't got acquainted with her already. All right, so today we are talking about the very vast terrains of Jamaica. So I have recently moved up into the mountains. I am in Blue Mountain. Uh, Moved up here this month, and yes, it's been an experience. So we're going to talk about the different terrains of Jamaica because, like a lot of people, have this very isolated or limited understanding of what all Jamaica has to offer landscape-wise. Because a lot of people, will just associate it with beach for the most part, but it has a lot of different landscapes for one to get acquainted with. So we're going to start with the Jamaican historian. We're going to talk about Jamaica's landscape, terrains, things like that, a more accurate
Good
description.
night, HB.
Yes, good night. Thank you for watching.
Good
Thank y'all.
night. Good night, HD.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Jamaica, the volcanic country, which most countries are really.
You know
So it
what?
has,
Before I did not know that until the other day. Somebody told
you
me
didn't you didn't
Jamaica
know that?
doggone volcano. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes,
Majority of the Caribbean is volcanic countries. They
I
call it.
was like,
Yeah, majority of the Caribbean is been millions of years of formation and volcanoes.
I was
So that's why there's so many hills for a lot of the Caribbean. Yeah,
pissed.
mhm.
I was like, oh,
And we still have sulfur springs here too. The springs, the hot
yeah.
springs. We still
yeah.
have those
Exactly,
here too.
Somebody was
exactly.
asked me, have you been to the hot springs? I was like, no. What are you talking about? He was like,
There's
oh.
one in North Saint Anne.
I
There's
was
one in
like,
Saint Anne. Yeah,
volcano.
Yes.
and the
Santa,
mineral baths.
yes,
So the
and
mineral
Santa.
baths, the mineral baths are from way down in the ground. So Jamaica is a volcanic country,
Mm-hmm.
really. But it has elements of flat, like for example, Kingston are a flat in between hills. Where it is flat. Treasure Beach is flat, by Pedro Plains. But majority of places tend to be on the coastline too. Majority of the towns and cities are on the coastline. So
Except
so
for
that's
Montego
also
Bay.
another indicator. Yeah, yeah. So
I
you
think
know,
yeah, over in the grill is pretty flat.
yeah, over the grid is flat.
Like over
So,
there
so
on the south coast, yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah,
north south
yeah,
coast is flat.
yeah. But majority of the country itself is hilly and mountainous.
Hmm.
Mm.
It's interesting because people be like, yeah, the beach, and I'm like, okay, so when you see the beach, you're on the coast. I said, but if
Exactly,
you look, I said the beach is on one side, you look the opposite way, you're going to see mountains.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's right. And so anywhere you're gonna go inland, you're gonna find mountains and hills. You know.
Hmm.
So so yeah. So for a lot of people, they have to consider that, like what you've done, going up into the mountains,
Hmm.
going up into the mountain.
Mm-mm.
But it,
Yeah.
no, I was gonna say, but it does offer obviously different from the plains, right? It's fresh air, fresher air.
So I say it's,
Yeah,
it's, it's been a very different experience,
yeah,
um,
yeah,
which I like, but it's just different. I'm glad to
yeah,
get to experience this part of Jamaica.
yeah,
Hmm.
Um,
yeah.
so where I am is much. It's cold up here. Like my mama for my birthday, she sent me a heating blanket over here. I got a heating blanket. Um,
Hmm.
I've been wearing jackets all the time. I be sitting up
Hmm.
in
Yeah,
trees and
of
stuff
the
like
cold. Yeah,
Yeah, I would have never expected that. I mean,
Okay.
I heard about it being cold, but I'm like, oh, this, especially when it's raining.
Yeah.
This
Oh, you
ain't.
never know that. You never know that.
I don't do cold. I don't do cold.
Okay.
Girl, it's cold as hell. Why you think I
Yeah.
live over here on the coast? I'm not going up in no hills. Do you remember that time when I posted that picture when I was in Trelawney and it was December and I had on a jacket and they were laughing at me in the Facebook group talking about it's not that cold. I'm like, it's cold as hell up here. I don't know what you people is talking about, but I'm cold.
Cold.
No,
And
anyway, when the time you go up there, they're going cold.
when I go back into Kingston, it be hot as I don't know what. It's like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. It's contrast.
totally different climates. Like it be turning up when I
Yeah.
go to Kingston now. And I go, it's too hot down here. I gotta get back up in the hills.
It is hot down here, but like the Kingston on a plain, it's in between hills. So
Oh,
the heat is trapped
I was
between hills.
this is such a it's
Yeah.
crazy because I'm like, yeah, you going higher in altitude, it be chilly, and yeah, I noticed it. It be hot down there, and I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
I was just to wonder because like when I was like friends or whatever, and they were so picky about coming into Kingston because they lived up in the hills. I'm like, why you just can't come down? Why you can't? It's too hot down there. I'm like, what you talking about? We the same in Jamaica. Like, why you can't? And they actually now that I have to like I've experienced like the transportation trying to go down the mountain and come back up. I get why they were like, I ain't coming down there.
And
I'm
that's where I live where I live.
coming down that mountain until such as ice.
Yep.
Why you can't come see? Why you can't come? And I was like, and now I'm like, okay, I get it now. It is so hot down there. I'm like, what y'all in Jamaica? What you mean it's so hot? What you talking about? You crazy. Anyways, now I'm like,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
So,
No, it is a contrast.
you have Kingston, you have those flat areas, which are much warmer. You have the beaches.
So you got a jacket and stuff up there?
Yeah, I got a jacket.
Mm.
I'm mad because like I had like warmer stuff, but I never wore it, so I put it in storage. And now I'm like, I actually need the stuff now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta go digging in my storage for all this hot stuff that I was never wearing in Kingston. I was finna off let me store it because I'm gonna wear it, and now I'm like, give me my stuff. Most people, of course, are familiar with the beaches of Jamaica and like the water and stuff like that. And when people ask about coming out here to live in Jamaica, and they just we're trying to get a feel, for them where they
Right.
be and what area, what place would be best for them. They go, oh, I've been to Jamaica such and such this time. Which part? Like, what does that mean? Like, what type of lifestyle are you trying to live? Like, what? Jamaica has two, I feel like almost every parish, or I don't know where I've been to, is a very different vibe and feel depending on what part you're going. And so that's why, when people just go, oh, I came to Jamaica this time, I'm like, well, and they're trying to live here. What do you want? Do you want more rural style living? Do you want to be on the beach? Like, do you want to be in the city? And they just think, Jamaica is like this just one,
It's that
landscape. Like, oh, this is it. I'm like,
when they think of Jamaica, they think of that tourist board commercial that's constantly played again with them people running in the water and Bob Marley in the background belting out One Love.
I'm like, honey, like, what does that mean? If your perception of Jamaica is Negril or Montego Bay, you say, oh, I'm coming to Kingston. Have you been to Kingston? It's like, have you like spent some time here? Like, is this your move? Like, are you sure Kingston is a place for you? I mean, not saying that, that it's not, but have you spent enough time here to make that decision, or are you just under the impression that that one place you've been to in Jamaica is how Jamaica, the rest of Jamaica stays?
Mm-hmm.
So, um, yeah. So like now, I lived in Kingston for the majority of my time here. I've been in Kingston. Um, and I like Kingston. It was very essential, for me learning about Jamaica and experience Jamaica and get comfortable with all the other stuff. But I was like, now that I'm up here in these hills, I'm like, I ain't going back down there, not to live. Like I like, being up here in the bush. This is more my vibe. I can't wait till I find these rivers. I'm going river hunting sometime this week. I'm gonna go find these rivers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like give yourself the opportunity to experience the different areas, or at least visit and see, because again, like so many people just identify Jamaica as I'm just gonna lay up on the water and drink coconuts all day.
Wait, hold on. In the dry coconuts, not even the young, not even the young green coconuts. They want to drink the dry brown coconuts.
Oh gosh.
All right, let me stop talking about y'all. I'm sorry. I'm being a elitist right now. Let me stop.
But I was actually, so y'all, I was trying to give y'all a view. Y'all will have to catch this view, I guess, on my Sunday morning, on my Sunday sunrise resets that I host on my other channel. I don't know how it's y'all. I don't know. That's the best way I could. I don't know. Go to my other channel and join. It's on my membership community. If you're interested in actually basking in this view that I'll be hosting on Sundays, I
Mhm.
tried, but the light caught me. I mean, the darkness fails. I can't let y'all see. But I was trying to show the mountainous terrain and the hills and the valleys and all those things. But you can't see nothing tonight. All right. Good evening. Thank you. Good evening. Thank y'all so much for watching. Also, make sure that you are liking, okay, and subscribing and sharing and all those good things. Please let everyone know about what we are doing out here in Jamaica. If you are interested in moving to Jamaica, please, go over to our community that is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, community.berjamaica.com. We are a small, growing community trying to simplify the relocation. We are a resource community. Let me say that because I think I want to get clear on the phrasing. This is a resource community. There is information there, there's resources, there are consultations available. We are there to help you along the way in simplifying the relocation process to Jamaica, giving you the proper guidance, the proper information, so that you can make a sound and solid move, and you ain't out here philandering in the dark, basically, like I am. That is the purpose of this community. And yeah, like I said, everything is there. Everything is there that you would need to expedite your process. Again, consultations. We offer one-on-one assistance if you need someone to hold your hand through the process, step by step. That is what we're here for. All right, we are here to help those who are seriously interested in moving and migrating to Jamaica. We have 3 tiers. There is a free level for you to socialize and get familiar with other expats and repats in the community. And then there is a $5 monthly membership and a $45 yearly membership, and you have access to the groups and the forums and all of those things, where you have direct access to people and all the other great stuff. You can go there, look at the website, you see everything that's available, everything that's listed, and we're always building and adding on to this community. We have recently added the admin hour. So if you register on our community and you go to the event section, you will see where we host admin hours every week, and we talk about our specialties. So, for example, I will speak with expats or people who are interested in being in Jamaica via work permits. Mimi deals with family, children, relationships, those things out here in Jamaica. Um, Kwame is our returning resident person for our returnees, our repats, and business and networking and all that stuff. All right. You're trying to get moving and shaking out here in Jamaica, you're gonna have to link with Mr. Links. And then Tansy, she works remotely in Jamaica and she helps with that process and making sure you have income to sustain yourself while you're out here living in Jamaica. So we are a resource community. That is who we are. That is what we offer. So, and part of the resources is you tuning in and again liking and sharing this video and letting people know, because so they'll understand what the landscape looks like out here in Jamaica. If you are a retiree, if you're trying to come to Jamaica, you're trying to retire, is Kingston the best place for you? I don't know. It depends on what you need, but you know, let's get a better understanding of what all the different aspects of Jamaica are. And of course, you're not gonna get it in this, you know, all of it in this session that we're doing right now. But at least get some understanding as to what the landscape looks like. So, which landscape do y'all recommend for whatever type of person? So let's say we have somebody such as myself. I came here when I was 30 years old. I work online, you know, I'm more into like the little vibrant scene or something like that. We have a lot of people who are coming here that are, you know, older in age. We have people coming with kids, you know, so what, depending on their situation, what environment do you think is best for whatever somebody's situation is or where they're coming from? If y'all are muted. Okay.
I'm sorry, Clarice. Mocha?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So what did you say? I'm sorry about that.
I
was talking to one of them kids.
Okay. I said dependent. I said, so what area of Jamaica would you recommend on somebody depending on the situation? So somebody like myself who's younger, I work online, I don't have I don't have, you know, any obligations in that aspect. Or what about somebody who's coming with kids, maybe they're older in age, they have more responsibilities, or somebody who's looking to retire and relax, like, you know, depending on the situation, which area would you recommend per, you know, situation?
I think first and okay, so it's a few things that go on with it. So what I recommend is like the type of housing that they want, their budget, if they plan to drive or not, and the ages of their children and the type of education they want their children to be in. And then also, as a retired person, what type of activities they would enjoy. And then, as a younger person, even what type of activities they would like to enjoy. So I think with all of those, I mean,
That's right.
let's say like I have a older person don't that don't have too many ailments. So like let's say a young old person or older person that young at heart or whatever they call it, don't have too many ailments. They perhaps want to have a real slow pace of life and they want to relax at the beach all the time. And let's say they don't mind too many tourists. I would say Negril. But if they want to be around more locals and don't want to be around too many tourists, I would say Portland.
Yeah, I agree. So it's all dependent on what somebody's basic needs are, really. Like you said, Aish, whether they want, you know, if they have children, got children will be a big factor. If they have a family, they're close to amenities and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, and then it comes down to yeah, what they want really. So some people may just want to be by the beach, and some people may want to be in the hills. You know, so yeah, so it's depending on people's needs. I noticed that I putting that she's currently living in Florida and doesn't want to live close to the ocean because of flooding and hurricane. You can live near the ocean still and don't have those things, you know. You can live, you know what I mean, like a mile or 2 miles away from it. On a hill, actually, because Jamaica has lots of hills by water, near water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
And I think also like you have to, like, a lot of people they want, so like I say, Montego Bay is a perfect mix of the city and the country. And it's
yeah,
always these little pockets of where you can live at in communities, with in certain little pockets of communities that you can live in. That's easy access to downtown and to
mm,
everything. Um,
yeah,
but if you want a real rural type of life, St. Elizabeth, Blue Mountains where you are,
yeah.
those the hills of St. Anne, the hills of Trelawney, all those type of real rural areas. Um, and if you want like a rural area with a beach, Treasure Beach, Negril,
Mm,
kind of sorta. Mm-hmm. Kind of all depends.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I think too, once people get here, they have all these things in their head about what they want and where they want to live, but then they don't move into that ideal type of situation that they want to be in, or that ideal area. Then when they travel around the island, they find their sweet spot,
Yeah, yeah.
and then they eventually move there. Mm-hmm.
That's like every time I go somewhere new, I'm like, ooh, I want to live here.
Mm-hmm.
To go down to Treasure Beach.
I'm like, ooh.
What times it used to be Treasure Beach nice.
Ooh.
You know, Portland Tune is nice. I love Portland Tune.
Yeah. It's like,
Mm.
ooh, I want to live here, I want to live
You
here.
know,
Yeah, I'm good where I am, but like I said, like you really, it's so much to explore and see and experience. So like a lot of people just don't know, and they just going like based off of things they seen or.
Mm-hmm. And then even with the areas, hello,
hello,
Lynn.
Lynn.
Mhm.
And then even in the areas that you move, like the major area that you move into, then there's always little micro areas around it where
Mm.
where it's the best to be here to do this, it's the best to be here to do that. Like one neighborhood that I just moved from, I don't miss the house, but I miss the fact that the electricity and water never went off. Now where I'm at, because we were right behind the power plant, so we were on a totally different line than everyone else. We were on line with the power plant. I was there for 4 years. The power went out maybe 3 times, maybe four at the most. Now where I live at, I've been here. I moved just up a little further, and I've been here for a month and a half. I want to say the power went out, probably about 20 times.
Whee!
Yeah. Yes, yes. It was actually out earlier today because a Malta truck hit the power line.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
So
Look.
yeah, and I'm all in the same city. So, and then the other place I liked, I had two options to fight the traffic. This I only have one option to fight it. So, mhm.
Mm.
But I
Yeah.
wanted to stay on this side. I wanted to stay on this side of downtown. I did not want to go to the other side.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
No, I love Kingston as much as I love country. You know, but Kingston is where everything happens. You
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
everything happens. You know, and being the middle of it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what I love Kingston for. The energy, vibrancy. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I would chill out in the country, and I know I, because I love country too. So,
Mm-hmm.
mm, half and
Mm-hmm.
half.
Yeah. And then you know what? I want to say, I mean, the vibes is up in the hills too. For the little taste of time I've been here, because I'm always hearing like some little party or something going on. I was like, I don't know
Yeah,
what's going
yeah,
on.
and someone travels far.
Yeah,
Someone travels far.
yeah. I'm like, okay, all right. I see what's going on up here. I ain't been to none yet, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
I be hearing them. They be having a good old grand time. They put their little
Mm-hmm.
smoke out there on the in the gravel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. Hello.
Hi, Amanda.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm doing an extended stay in July. Welcome.
Okay.
Thanks, Diane. All right.
Oh, Kingston in the house.
Welcome.
All right. We got another Kingstonian.
What? And then,
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah.
Good evening. And then with the different terrains is also the microclimates. Like for instance, Ochi in Portland is real wet, no matter what. And then like the Negril side is dry to the point where they have droughts and water shortages. Mm-hmm. And then Kingston is hot as hell, and up in the mountains it's then let's say like
it's hot.
Yeah.
It's on a flat. It's between hills.
I never like experienced the difference until like I came up here, and then like when I would travel back down to Kingston, I was feeling like I didn't know. I never.
The funny thing is when I'm in the Mobay town, it's hot as hell, right? And then when I start driving up, and then I can feel the difference in the temperature, like it starts to cool down. One of the things is because how I drive home, I'm right by the river. The river is like I'm about by what 3 rivers by me right now. So when I start driving up, I can feel the coolness from the river. Yeah. And then I'm almost in rural Jamaica. I'm almost in rural St. James. I'm about a mile from rural St. James.
Hey, Kick Rocks. Yeah, I'm up here. I'm up here in these mountains. I'm up here. At this here, I'm on a peak. Almost.
You at the point when you give people directions, you be like, go around there, and when you see the big tree, go over this.
For the car that's turned over on the side of the road. Like what I don't even know. Like I'm like just keep riding. I see one big yellow house. Oh goodness. And it's a bunch of cars on the side of the road that's turned over. I'm like, wow, they just tilted up like that. Was they going in the ditch? So what happened? Yeah. So which parish are you in now? I'm in St. Andrew. I'm in Blue Mountain. So
on the St. Andrew side.
I'm outside of Kingston. Yeah, so hopefully you live up in the mountains. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
My friend, she lived up there, but she lived on the Portland side. But she used to go to school in Kingston. She went to Papine High. So she would just get in a taxi and go over. It take her 45 minutes to get to Kingston from where she is from the Portland side.
Oh man. And this is I want to say being in this area, like I think this is the most I've had interaction with Jamaican kids.
Okay.
And child, them kids roasting the mess out of me. I'll be in bed, it was like, she brought. I'm like, man, if y'all don't leave me alone. Oh goodness. Yeah, so it's just interesting. I just get a different aspect of Jamaica over here on this side. So I like seeing everybody walking, like on what is it, Saturday morning, they be walking in their church clothes, going down the hill, their umbrella. Yeah. So I'm liking it. It really reminds me of home for the most part, but it's still different. Like now I'm like in like a community like area, when I get to like see the interactions and things like that. So
How far are you from the Maine? Oh
I'm
shit.
gonna close these doors, y'all.
How
Yeah.
far are you from the Maine? Are you far from the Maine?
Yeah, man, she up in here, you know.
No, like you know how they had a main road in the hill, but how far are you from the main road, the hill in there?
No, I'm just like, so the main road is like, I want to say like a 3-4 minute walk. Like I could just, it's not far. It's like it's
Yeah,
a little hilly, but it's not like far.
yeah.
And then, hold on, yeah, I gotta close
Yeah,
these.
so majority of the houses would this side of the road actually, or they'll have a drive that lead to the road.
Okay.
There's a
Okay.
question there.
Cause so see,
A question here from Creed Rock. He said, "Do you find a house online or they?" Yeah, well, you can. They do newspapers, but people tend to use realtors now. A lot of realtors, a lot of people use realtors because the realtors know the terrain and know what people are looking for. So you can still find houses online, but a lot of people go through realtors. You know. Um,
so see Kwame here that in St. James when you live up, they have houses. It's not too far from the main, but then they have houses that's all the way down the
yeah,
track and down the way and around there and in the back of this and the back of that. So that's why
yeah.
I asked if she's so how far was she from the main?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. I went to But the funny thing is that now what I'm noticing that there's a lot more developments up in the hills, but
Mm-hmm.
close to not too far from the sea. So for example, I went to Discovery Bay with a friend of
Mm-hmm.
mine, and he took me up to a development that's coming up. And
Mm-hmm.
it's up in the hill, beautiful view of Discovery Bay, beautiful view of
Mm-hmm.
Discovery Bay, and it's not far from Discovery Bay itself. It's probably about 15 minutes up in the hill, and
Okay.
it's gonna be like a 52 unit development. Yeah, man, nice
Ooh,
location. In terms of, so a lot of developments now, especially in the country, are now going to be more on the hills, kind of flats tend to
so
be
which part of Discovery Bay is it like when you're going up towards Browntown way or
yeah,
okay up there?
yeah,
All right, I know where you're
yeah,
talking about.
but not going the Brownstown way, going the other way,
Yeah.
going up into the
Okay.
hill, the other way. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's how they did Edmund Ridge. Edmund Ridge is right up in the hill, right up
yeah,
on the hillside.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So a lot of developments now are being taken. So you find the towns like those little towns, but up in the
Mm-hmm.
hills, further up into the
Mm-hmm.
hills. That's where they. So like I said, Discovery Bay has a lot of development going on up in the hill
Mm-hmm.
around it. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Dean. You know. So
Hey,
Hey, Dean.
yeah, sorry, y'all.
all right. Kid Rock said he lives in Jamaica, but doesn't really go. So what's it? Because he's working from home. Oh wow. Where in Jamaica are you though, Kid Rock? Because I know that if you're in Kingston, you have to go out.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go out if you're in Kingston.
Yeah, this is approaching my bedtime, so I wasn't necessarily a night owl, even when I was staying down in Kingston. Oh, she's in Trelawney.
Oh, in Trelawney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna have issues again going and getting out in Trelawney. But then if stuff happens in Falmouth, you know.
There ain't
But,
nothing from
that's a good point they made. What Kid Rock put about real estate investing. That is something that we definitely probably be looking at in the near future.
other real estate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But yes. So yeah, it's just good to kind of get like a better understanding because I know some people will come again. They have this idealized version of Jamaica and they think it's all the same, and so they are anticipating like the particular part of Jamaica, and then they go somewhere else and be like, this ain't, and
Mm-hmm.
then they think like, oh, this ain't the experience I was hoping for, or that I was wanting. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and then even if you came here via vacation or something like that, it's always going to be different living somewhere as opposed to vacationing there. So, it's recommended to spend a good amount of time somewhere before you make a decision. But, of course, to each their own. But just, have that level of understanding that it's going to differ depending on the parish and area that you are in.
But I get a lot of I want a house on the beach, and so then I ask them, "Have you seen any houses on the beach?" What do you see on the beach? You see hotels on the beach. Beach.
Like, have you seen a beachfront property?
Be like no, they're close to the beach. Take that, close to the beach. hmm Walking distance to the beach. Take that. hmm
Yeah, I
Andrew, because it's
had
close
a
to.
friend of mine who had a place out in right above Winifred Beach in Portland.
Okay. Oh, that
Walking
makes
distance. Yeah, walking distance.
sense.
That was nice because she had on about 15 minutes and it was on a hill. So and the beach was
Mhm.
down on the flat, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's nice when you can do that. But then you know
Mhm.
what? But then if you go further around on the east, majority of the towns on the east, like St. Thomas and
Mhm.
Portland, the towns are right on the water's edge.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's yeah. So when and the point was raised about hurricane and flooding. So when
Mhm.
where hurricanes do come outside, they do tend to damage areas along there because the towns are right on the beach, right on the
Mhm.
beach.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, they pound them and they be flooded. That's how the only place I seen houses on the beach was in Parity over there by
Yeah,
St. Elizabeth by Black River.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Remember,
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
don't remember what area that was. Aisha, we was in. I don't know. We was riding somewhere, and
Mhm.
I saw the wave. It was like this little wall, and then I saw the waves, and then us street. It's like how I'm like, what happens if that? like,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
were we coming from the grill and going down to? We were in Lucy. Was we in Lucy?
Lucy.
I don't know what we was. I was like, dang, that water just need like a little bit more energy. And it's like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh
man, yeah,
yes,
man. It can happen. It
yeah.
can happen.
Because what happened? Like even all right. So when the water is rough, when
Yeah,
even down next to Margaritaville, that wall right there that's in
yeah.
Montego Bay, the water it reaches all the way up and touch
That's
Burger
right.
King.
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
it,
yeah.
it splashes that side when the water is real rough. Yes. So when you drive there, you have to wind your windows up, or you're gonna get sprayed with ocean water. Yes,
but
and
I'm
people can't walk there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but like I said, it's so going up further into the hill, which is not too far from the beach, is ideal.
Mhm. Mhm.
Or from the coast.
And then what I noticed too, like it's a lot of erosion, and so
Yeah.
even like properties that are
Yes.
on the beach, they always have to continue to
Yeah.
rebuild and do this and do
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was one what Aquasol Walter Fletcher's beach. Then they turned it to Aquasol.
Yes.
The whole
Yes.
building right there, and
Yes.
the
Yes.
the sea came up from
Yes.
erosion, and so
Yes.
then they shut it down.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
and
Yes. Yes.
yes, and then the land agency NEPA took over. They did the thing and they took over, and so the government confiscated it again, and so now they're out there building up the shoreline.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. 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 You know, but yeah, but the fundamentals is at the end of the day is what somebody really wants. You know.
Mhm.
But I also take into consideration because I don't even hear about controversy. The controversy now, I don't even hear about what's happening up in Jack's Hill. So they're
Mhm.
building this massive development up in Jack's Hill.
Mhm.
Only to be told that the developer did it without permission, right? Yeah,
Ooh.
massive crane and everything on the hill. So the developer started it without permission,
Ooh.
and it's now found out that the soil into which in the building this massive apartment is that liable to erosion. You know what I mean? Yeah. So where the stop order had put on the building have been put on any construction. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the days. Because now they can't look it down now because they built up this massive building.
Wow.
Yeah.
started building at
Yeah.
a
You know, it's
development
massive. You can, yeah, as one for you can see on
channel.
if you're in Barbican, you can look up on the hill and see the building, the massive apartment block that the building up there, Jack's Hill. But they can't, like I said, a stop order has been put on it now, so I don't know what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna go into court, and that decision will have to be made. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's what that's what kind of annoys me. It's like people just I don't know why they just come and just do whatever and do stuff like that, and it's like you
Yeah.
have no idea, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
they're gonna
like
start building without the permission.
you can't do
Build
that.
it up. No, I can't.
It's
Build,
not
build.
smart. I just people just I don't know why.
Yeah.
Ways I don't know. I wonder who was responsible for doing that, but like.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I know it's probably a lot of illegal places here in St. James.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. And like I get people's qualms about it, but it's like, yeah, like look, stuff like that happens. Like you built a whole development on possibly eroded land. Ain't no telling, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a place for a reason. Everybody ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just that just annoys me. Oh, just come, capture land or something like that. I'm like, do you understand? Anyways, a lot of development going on in Jamaica. Yes, it is. Can't wait to come home to Jamaica. 2026 is my exit date. America after 34 years in America. Wow.
I know.
Well, welcome home. Welcome home when you make it. When you do it.
2026.
Welcome home when you make the move, man. Yeah, there's a lot of development going on. HB, a lot.
Yeah. Congratulations, welcome home.
Yeah, I was reading something today, because there's been obviously, it's always come across the crime and all that kind of stuff. When I was reading and I heard on the BBC that since the year start in America, there have been 310 mass shootings.
310.
310. And in Chicago, and over the weekend gone, there were 60 shootings in terms of mostly like in Chicago or something like that. Yeah, like
wow.
Yo. But anyway, I digress. I had to share that because I was into so and then you have some anyway. I always come back to that, man. We're talking about
I don't know why people had these
HBO, the 6-year plan
about America. I'm like, child, you probably get shot down dead.
Yeah, well, welcome when you do make the move. Welcome. That this, and if you're aware of where you're going, someone knocking. Aware of where you're gonna live, have all that kind of stuff sorted out, and what you're gonna buy and where, those things are important. Those things are important. So welcome when you make the move.
So to help you get better acquainted with the landscape of Jamaica, hopefully sometime soon, sometime this year, we'll be able to launch our relocation tours. Where we help people get better acquainted with the landscape. We'll take you to the different areas of Jamaica. You decide, you get a feel for which area you want to settle in or at least get acquainted with. So again, if you're not in our community, at least join our newsletter so you'll know when these things are up and running and in movement. And like I said, we are a resource community. So if you want to plan, you want to start making connections and things like that, go ahead and get on our platform and start the process. You can wait until you actually decide to, officially move or physically move, but it's best to do it ahead of time. Go ahead and start getting acquainted. Go ahead and start getting familiar, all that stuff. So the sooner the better. So when you do decide to make that move, you're not like, oh my God, what do I do? You have some type of familiarity and like support and all that other stuff.
Yeah, you be prepared because sometimes it'd be one simple thing that you get denied for this, or you need this for that, or you have to come back another time for this, and that, and sometimes it just be one simple thing. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, so which area of Jamaica is best for you? Do y'all have any preferences, or like, what in an ideal world, which part of Jamaica, would you be in if not the current part, or like if you had your choice, or if it didn't matter, where would you be? Like where's your most desired location in Jamaica?
I like Manchester, Manchester, St. Elizabeth area, Southeast St. Elizabeth. I like over there that way. Manchester, Southeast St. Elizabeth. That side. Um, I would probably be over there if I didn't have ties here in Montego Bay.
Mm.
Well,
That's
in
just,
St. James, my bad, St. James.
yeah.
Maybe I'll retire to that area.
It's interesting was that the first area that you went to, Aish?
No, the first area I came to was Mobay.
But Mobile, okay.
And then the second area was Kingston. I used to come to Tivoli in West Kingston.
Okay.
Don't ask.
Yeah, I'm partial to the east. I love Portland. I love Portland and St. Thomas and St. Mary come close behind. But I'm a Portland because my father come from Portland and I know Portland very well. So so for me it's Portland,
All right, let's see. Lillian says Kingston. It is close to
It's close to Texas. Okay. It is? I've been to Texas. I wouldn't say it's close to Texas. In what sense?
I think so.
I've been to the airport in Texas. I've been to more places outside of the U.S. than I have been inside of the U.S.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Lillian says St. Anna Mobay. Okay.
Anna Mobay. We're in St. John.
Mandeville.
Mandeville.
We're gonna get on time to respond.
That's Manchester.
Love Mandeville, but too far.
Well, African King said it's tired of America.
That's what Lynn said. It's hot. Kingston is hot like Texas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah. It is actually. It is, Lynn. It is. African King so tired of America, all he do is work and pay bills. I know the feeling. Manchester is a hot spot for expats. I wouldn't Mandeville I would say Mandeville used to be. Personally, I think Mandeville used to be the for the older returnees. Mandeville used to be the draw, but not anymore. I think the draw now for younger returnees, not retirees, is the North Coast. I think the Discovery Bay, St. Andy's, Ochi. I don't think Mandeville is anymore the hotspots for expats. I'm going further on to the west. Kind of up Westmoreland, but I think the hotspot is the North Coast. Along the North Coast.
I think it's St. Anne. I think it's St. Anne more than anywhere. The St. Anne region more than even more than St. James, because I think in St. James, people who stay in St. James, they stay there temporarily. People who stay in the Grill seem to stay temporarily, but people seem to settle more in St. Anne and buy property in St. Anne and do them things in St. Anne.
Yeah, and I think a lot more expats, more returnees, I should say, diasporans, are along that line, along there. Like I said, Runaway Bay, St. Anne's Bay, you know, Mommy Bay, Draxa, you know, Ochi, you know, that's what I would say. But I think Mandeville still has its older retirees, but a lot more younger ones are on the North Coast. Yes, it is. Yeah, Draxall is. Yeah, you wouldn't recognize Draxall now, boy, from what it was. You know, the more the development going on in Draxall.
Not to mention that big old Starbucks and KFC right there at the lights and Knutsford stopping all the traffic. I never used to have that problem. I used to go right through OG. Now I gotta make sure I put the time in. Just to make sure.
They're gonna have to build a bypass again. I tell you.
Once the pipeline to Mandeville is completed, Mandeville will regain its title.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think, like I said, a lot more people gravitate towards the North Coast because access to beaches, you know what I mean, that lifestyle along that coast, along that stretch. I don't know, Mandeville, it will have a draw, but I don't think it will draw younger returnees, in my opinion. Older ones, yes, but I don't think it will draw younger ones. Because like I said before, the younger ones are more attracted to what happens along the North Coast, you know? Yeah. Bear in mind also that nothing happens in Mandeville. You know what I mean? Nothing happens in Mandeville. you know?
Especially especially since what's his name? What's that man name who used to have the party at Randy Williams Center up that way? What was his? I can't forget his name. He didn't move it to St. Anne, so.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing happens in Mandeville. You know what I mean? Everything's in St. Anne, Plantation Cove, and Ochi and outside of
Pearly Beach. Yes, that's where all the parties be at.
Yeah, you know, and then like I said, if you're going up to into Mobile and not the Mandeville. So I don't see younger people going there personally. Like I said, I see younger people along the North Coast, along the St. Anne's. You know? So yeah, Mandeville is cool, but boring. Quiet. Definitely quiet. You know? But yeah, St. Anne. St. Anne. Outside of Kingston, St. Anne is probably the busiest in terms of shows.
You wish Montego Bay is something every single night.
Well, Mobile. Yeah, Mobile comes with so yeah.
Because I remember for a long time, Montego Bay had the party capital, and then it died down because they kept shooting each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah.
Back up.
I know. St. Anne's the party capital. Outside of Kingston.
We just had the crab fest on. What was that? Sunday or Saturday? Saturday or Sunday? We just had the crab fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. They was over there partying at Pier 1.
Yeah, but Mandeville still not a draw. Mandeville's not a college. Mandeville's not a college town in terms of draw. You know what I mean? It still isn't. The draw is Kingston, really. But I wouldn't say. You know what I mean? It's yeah. That, like I said, not a lot of people would choose Mandeville to do anything in Mandeville. But in saying that, it's like Moka is. It's cool. In the evening, it's very cool, you know, very, very quiet. But it's not a lot of activity for young people. Not a lot of young activity for young people. You know, not a lot. Yeah. So, and they do have some nice houses though. I wonder what all the big houses. There must be a lot of houses up there that are empty.
They have some humongous houses in Mandeville. With fireplaces. I seen one with a fireplace in it.
I think they don't need downstairs. They got a fireplace.
Oh, downstairs?
you know.
Yeah.
You know, that was to say a fireplace not in a Jamaica, eh? You know? Yeah, man.
I grew up in Mobile as a child before my mother decided to take me away to the cold USA. Woo!
Yeah.
We party in St. Anne and was surprised.
Yeah, man, that's what I said. St. Anne is the next. party capital outside of Kingston.
Party hardy enough for me. I fall asleep with a car every time, so
Less said that the better.
I'll be knocked out.
No, remember when we was up at St. Elizabeth and you was like, "Let me go take a nap."
All right.
We was at a party and she said, "I'm gonna go take a nap."
And that was it. Go.
I was asleep, so I'm good naps in the back of the car.
I'm gonna head on the town out on the town now. So mega party.
I'll be asleep.
Yeah. So we gone. So good night, everyone. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll be back on again next week, 7 o'clock, same time.
Yes, same time in the same place.
Same place.
Also, the link says somewhere to go.
Yeah.
He has to hit the road. I think it's the Kingston Night Market tonight. And it's time for him to relieve y'all. He go out and enjoy himself.
Yeah. All righty. All right. I'm out.
So see you later. Have fun. I told Mocha to wait for November to March for that Jamaican winter trips up in the mountain. She better get her a live blanket. Yeah, I got me a heating blanket. I don't know what y'all call. I don't know if they call them out here, but like back at home, we got the blankets that plug into the wall, and it's like a big old heating pad. Like,
you know,
I was like, I don't know if it's that serious, but
you know what live blanket mean, right?
what does that mean? What does that mean?
That means you have to get it's a live person.
Oh,
yes. So you need a man.
Okay.
Your live blanket.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. I'm just up here. Thank you for that new vocabulary term that I learned today. A live blanket. All right. I had no clue what that was. I was like, he must be talking about a live blanket. I was like, no, a heating blanket. I was like, is that what y'all call him out here, a live blanket?
Yes.
It sure did. You know what? I don't know what I would do without BB sometimes because I'd be lost in the sauce. I'd just be like, oh. I know people be like, hey, this girl is done. Like, I don't know. I was like, they call it a live blanket out here. I was like, no, it's a blanket you plug into the wall.
Wait, just a minute. I gotta read this.
Ooh, I can't wait to meet you too. Yes, please let us know when you reach. I don't know when you'll be here. But we are planning a a meetup for sometime mid-August. Please wait around for those official details. It'll be our first link up for the year, our first meetup for the year. So please stay posted. We'll post the information in our community and probably on our Facebook page. So be sure to go like that if you have not already. Facebook.com/BERJ Jamaica. I'll put it in here in the chat. But yes, hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Look at y'all probably just roasting the mess out of me. Let me see. There's a song. What song? What song is that?
No, they be having songs about live blanket. They just use that term in the songs a lot.
Oh, there would be plugs. Oh gosh. See, now you got This is a family channel. Okay. Okay. This is a family. This is a censored audience.
Mhm.
July 30th. Okay. Yeah, so you'll probably be here in time for our link up.
Mhm.
You can go like our Facebook page. If you're not in our community to get the details on our link ups. And when we'll be getting together and having gatherings and having events. Okay.
Okay, so listen now. So Shabba Ranks have a song called Live Blanket, and so do Movado.
Okay. Let me write a note. Let's see, live blanket. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna find them after we get off this broadcast.
Mhm.
I get by. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you're just not joining us, prior to us talking about live blankets, we were talking about the different terrains of Jamaica and which area of Jamaica is best for you. If
Mhm.
you're not familiar with us, we have relocated to Jamaica. Been here for a long time, maybe much longer than me, much longer than the majority of us. So, yes, and we have developed resources and such to make it possible for the next persons. And there's also our guidebook called The Do's and Don'ts of Resettling in Jamaica. Let me see if I can find it. And then we'll probably have to wrap this up because I think my battery is about to pass away. Um, but yeah, let me see. Let me find it. I'm going to show y'all the book. Just a moment here. All right. And here it is. Here is the do's and don'ts of resettling in Jamaica. I will also put the link in the chat, but this is probably, I don't know, the only guidebook that you have that talks about how, give you the important details on moving to Jamaica. So if you just want like the straightforward stuff to get to the
Mhm.
point, this is the guidebook that you need. It's available in paperback and it's available in ebook. So you have those two versions available. And that was written by our admin, who was
Mhm.
the author, Mr. Links, Mr. Kwame, that just left on here. He's an award-winning author at that. Oh, we didn't even. All right, he's out here winning awards. Okay,
Mhm.
y'all look him up. Okay, so
Mhm.
he wrote this book. He wrote this guidebook, and you can get it. It's available for purchase. The paperback version is about $12, and the ebook version is $7. All right, so you can order this, get it printed, get it sent to you, or you can just download it if you get the ebook version. All right, so yeah. Thank you. I remember. Thank you so much for being a part of our community.
Yes, thank you.
So it's been a transition, and it's been, transitioning from our Facebook community. It's been a ride, but we're getting in the groove of things, and we want to thank everybody who came and joined our community and is supporting us in our efforts and what we are doing. Thank
Mhm.
you so much. Honestly, we are a family. That's why we keep it real.
Because we can't have Mocha out there talking about my wait, what?
So what y'all here doing? Y'all got any live blankets at the store? I'll be in the store. Y'all got any live blankets for sale? They're gonna be like, I probably would have been in the store in Mega Mart somewhere. Y'all got some live blankets? They're gonna be like, yeah, I got a live blanket. And I was like, how much it costs? Like, it's like I'm telling y'all, like, and I'll be somewhere looking crazy. And people be like, you in a place, you need to go to you need to grill for that somewhere. You need to you got to take a Blue Mountain Peak trek as a group tour, but it's mostly overnight though. Okay. I have the book. Thank you. Thank you. I'll check it out by ordering it now. Thank you so much. Yes. That's what my silly self will be out here asking some random person. You know where I get a live blanket from? Because had she not said something, I would have just went with my interpretation of it. Like I was like, oh, that must be what they call like a heating blanket or something, you know. And she not
Uh-huh.
saying, so yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, boy, I could just imagine
Mhm.
the responses I would have gotten. Oh my gosh.
I'm still trying to sit here and figure out why I don't chat patois and my vocabulary is extensive.
Oh gosh.
Hmm. Mhm.
You need a slang section in the group. We need something.
Mhm.
We need
Mhm.
something. We'll see about it as you know we get more time to get things going. We'll see.
Mhm.
We do need a translator or something.
Mhm. Common, wait, common something maybe. I don't know.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Oh man, I could. Yeah.
That remind me. So we was in a when I had first started coming, and we was in a restaurant. It was breakfast, and so the man was like, "Take off your tea," and my cousin was like, "Oh, take off what? You heard what he said?" I said, "No." He said, "Do you want coffee or tea? Do you take coffee or tea?" And she was like, "Oh."
Ooh.
She was about to cuss that man out.
Oh gosh. Okay, y'all. All right, it's time to go now. It's time to
Liz said she would have done the same thing. She would have been in Mega Mart talking about you got a live blanket.
look at this. Excuse me. Do you have a live blanket? Where's your live blanket section? Them people would have had a time laughing at me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And that would have been me. That would have been me. That would- that
She would
would-
have been thinking it was a prank, like a TikTok
Hey,
prank or something.
cameras at? Like, it's like the serious. It
Like
should
they would have been looking for the camera.
be serious. Like, what? Why is so y'all just be seeing being rude and disrespectful? Y'all can't tell me.
Mhm.
Oh gosh.
Only you have a patois app.
I'm for to develop an app. I wonder does it give you stuff like this? I wonder. I wonder does it give you stuff like these type of references?
Mhm. And it's funny because the the again it depends on your region of how it is and how things are pronounced. So, mhm.
Yep, it's a whole bunch of different variations of patois
Mhm.
I've discovered. And I'm like, listen,
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
just stick with my
Mhm.
uptown patois. I'm gonna
Girl.
stick with that because I don't have time.
Mhm. Mhm.
So no, I'm finna go get under my heating blanket.
Okay.
And that's it. So thank you everyone from tuning in. If you're watching, please let us know which area in Jamaica you think is best for you, or you have discovered is best for you. It's not in the app. Okay. See, I figure stuff like this, you probably get a very introductory. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. We're gonna make an app, a translator app for patois. Okay, yeah. So it's time for you to go. My computer's gonna die. Again, please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Trying to think, are there any keyword, any algorithms words I can tap into? But yeah, yeah. That's it, y'all. All right. So tune in next week, or stay posted for when we'll be live. If you are interested in seeing my view, you can go to my channel. I recently did a Sunday sunrise reset, but I will be hosting them every Sunday on my channel, Mocha Mazel, not here, on my channel in my membership community. You can go there if you want to see it, but that's it. Um, yeah, and go support our community, please. Like our stuff, like our pages and all of that. And we will be back next week. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So see y'all later. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.